Hi everyone, welcome to another video. And just before we start, the usual disclaimer, which I'm sure you're familiar with, but just to reinforce the message, trading is a very risky business and you can lose all of your money. So please make sure that you only trade with money that you can afford to lose. That's the risk warning out of the way. A very quick video. Just want to show you something on using the Renko in an unusual way, using multiple Renkos here. I'm on Ninjatrader. We're just about coming up to an hour after we've had an FOMC minutes release today, which was around about an hour ago. So we've had quite a lot of volatile price action. But that said, using the Renko, as you can see here, we've got some really nice trends which have been built across the time frames. Now, if you're not familiar with the Renko, very quickly, on this workspace, I've got three along the top here, which you can see building the bricks, and down the bottom here, I've got the equivalent in time charts. I've got a 15-second, a 30-second, and a 1 minute on the bottom. That gives me all my indicators. It gives me a view on volume price analysis. And we've got the support and resistance on the accumulation distribution here. We've got the volume point of control. So I have all my indicators here, and I've also got, more importantly, as I say, a view on volume price analysis, what is happening in terms of volume and price. But up at the top, I've got the equivalent in Renko. This is the Renko Optimizer that we developed some time ago, hugely popular. And this is just an unusual way of using it. We're all familiar with using multiple time frames, and indeed that can apply to whether you're using charts or indicators. But in this scenario, I'm actually using multiple Renkos, because what I've done with the Renko Optimizer, I have matched the top one to the time frame. So this Renko is the equivalent of the 15-second. This one is the equivalent of the 30-second, and this one on the right-hand side is the equivalent of the 1 minute. So they're matched. And the beauty of a Renko chart is this, that if you think about a time-based chart, obviously a 5-minute chart, the candle will close after 5 minutes. Now on a Renko is independent of time. In other words, the time aspect in terms of how quickly or slowly each brick is built, because it depends on the metric. Now for this one, for example, each brick here will build 19 points. We're on the YM here, which is the index future for the Dow. So we are talking index points, and we've got 19 here, we've got 26 here, and we've got 28 here. So each brick here will be worth 28 points, which at $5 a point is very nice. Thank you very much. This one's 26 and this one's 19. This is what you will always find. The slower as you move downstream, in other words, from 15-second to 30-second to a minute, then the larger will be the equivalent brick size. So you get this wonderful progression. What it also does, you've got the trend monitor here, you can see, which again is a classic when used in multiple time frames. It gives you so much confidence to see it across multiple time frames rather than one time frame. So we've got it across three. We've got it across our three Renkos here. And the other nice aspect with the Renko here are the trends, these little trend dots that change color. They're very close to the price action. When they're below, they're pushing up, pushing up, pushing up. Then the price action starts to reverse a little bit. No change on the trend monitor. You wouldn't expect it anyway, because the trend monitor is taking a longer term perspective view of what is going on in terms of changes in trend, and it's not seeing anything demonstrable in that respect. The trend dots, on the other hand, work very closely to the price action, so they change to a different color here, gray. They also move below the brick, but then they start to push up again, and then they revert back to blue. And we've got a similar scenario here. They flatten, they go into the brick, they go above, they start to go down. Maybe we're starting to see perhaps a little bit of a change. We've got a little bit of a change in color here as well. So the trend dots in combination with the bricks on the Renko Optimizer are just a fabulous combination when used with the trend monitor as well. As you can see here, we've got the trend monitor's blue on this slightly slower time frame, and it's also blue over here on the slower time frame, which is down to 1 minute. And you can reset these at any time. If we just want to check that we're still on 19, all we do is we just go in and check on the 15-second. And we've actually moved down a little bit now. We've actually gone to 15. We click on that. Now we're actually moving at 15 points per brick. That is the optimal size. So what this optimizer gives you is, hence the name, the Renko Optimizer, it gives you the optimal speed or the optimal size of brick. There's no guesswork involved here. You haven't got to say, well, is it, 10 points, 8 points, 9 points? What is it? It does it automatically. So this has now reverted to 15 points. We've now got this very strong move. You can see we've got rising volume and falling price, which is a great signal for a price waterfall, which we can see on the 15-second chart here. That is reflected on the Renko here. Let's just reset this one in the middle. This is on 30 seconds, so we just go into 30 seconds. What are we on here now? We're on 25 points, so we just click on that, resets it automatically for us. Now we're on 25 points to the downside. And finally over here, let's just reset this one just to bring them all up to line. That's 1 minute now, and that says we're on 33 there. And that's just starting to break down a little bit. We've got a little bit of a reversal here, but then volume is falling away. So, that doesn't look as though it's going to develop into much. So this is just a really, really neat way of using a Renko Optimizer. It's very unusual. It's extremely popular with our customers because it gives you a very different perspective, but you've actually got two perspectives here. You've got the perspective of time below, the conventional time-based chart here in whatever time frames you wish, but then above here, you've got these momentum charts, if you like, where you're seeing the actual momentum of the market, because that's what a Renko chart delivers. Because each of these bricks is independent of time, if the market's fast moving, you'll get a lot of bricks. If it's slow moving or sluggish, maybe coming to the end of a session, then those bricks will be formed more slowly. So it's just a great combination of many different aspects, and it'll give you a completely different perspective on trading index futures, or indeed any market, whether you're trading stocks, whether you're trading commodities, whatever it may be. This is just a great way of trading using a multiple approach, I use the word time frame, but a multiple Renko approach to trading whatever markets you may be interested in. So I hope you've enjoyed this particular video. See you again soon, and bye for now.